Yes, welcome to part 3 of this amazing series, basically talking about our journey on YouTube. And of course, on this part, we're gonna speak about the challenges and how we've overcome the challenges. Now, where we are right now, 4 months ago, you see, this looks like a farm, you know, and actually, it's actually a farm. It doesn't look like a farm; it's a farm because, as you can see, the farmer here has planted some maize. You see, some maize. There are some kales. Here in Kenya, or rather in East Africa, I call that sukuma wiki. You see that? But one thing, okay, I don't know, but looks like the crops here are not doing well. Now, let me show you something. Exactly 4 months ago, before the landslide, whatever we've shown you on part 1, this place was full of these reeds, you know, because these reeds actually grow in swampy places. So this was a whole swamp. It was whole swamp, you know, a whole swamp. But it happens that all the soils, or rather most of the soils that was swept away by the raging waters from up there, from the newly formed stream, as well as the landslide area, that big hole, is what was spread around this place. Actually, by then you could not access this place because this place was previously majorly infested. I can call them. I can say it was infested with these papyrus reeds, you know. Then all of a sudden, the soils were carried all the way here. That's a big challenge, you know. And even this guy, I don't know what was planted here, but I can see there was some crops which were planted around this place. Right now, looks like they've dried up. That's a big challenge, you know. So you can imagine to the farmer who initially there was no arable land here. Then after the formation of the landslide, these soils came and the guy decided to plant. Right now, you know, big challenge because as you can see, even the napier that was trying to grow here, not really growing well, you know. So there's a big challenge. So on this episode, I want to talk about the challenges that we've faced as Burudani Extra TV when it comes to, you know, content creation, when it comes to the journey. Basically, so this part we want to discuss, or rather I want to explain the challenges that we've faced. Same as the farmer here is facing challenges. You know, they've planted some crops, you know, these are maize, but not doing well, you know. So it is what it is. So among the challenges, number one is you've gone to the field, you know, you want to create content. Then, of course, there are challenges here and there. There are places which are restricted. You are not supposed to shoot. You know, that's a big challenge. Sometimes you go to people, you want to do interviews. Some people will refuse. Sometimes you'll upload, you'll create content. Then later on, you'll notice that there is no sound, or rather the video quality is poor. These are some of the challenges that as a YouTuber, as a new content creator, you'll face. Even the gurus, you know, at some point will face such challenges. Let me tell you my story, rather our story. We went to, actually our first country that we visited after creation, or rather after the rebirth of Burudani Extra TV, we went to Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. And in Dar es Salaam, there is an amazing island which is very famous. It's known as Mbudia Island. Let me tell you something. I happen to have 2 phones. Whereby the first phone was mainly for creating content. Then the second phone was for communication. So every other time that phone was on data mode, you know, like my data was on because of calls from, you know, different parts of the world and all that. It's easier to get me on WhatsApp and what have you. So the other phone was strictly for creating content. So it didn't have any SIM card on it. So just a phone. So we recorded the first, I think, first 4 videos. Yes, about first 4 videos. Then now, the day we were going to Mbudia, the first episode that was supposed to to be actually it was supposed to be the first episode. We recorded everything, you know, from where, because if you are going to Mbudia Islands, there are a number of places that you can take the boat to Mbudia. But on this case, it's Kibo Beach. So I get to Kibo Beach. Then, as usual, let me introduce the series, because I was gonna record probably 4 or 5 parts series of the Mbudia trip. So what happened is I was able to record the first one. Bad luck. After recording, I've recorded it. It was about probably 15, probably 20 minutes. When after finishing, of course, I normally try and play and see how it was. You know, the sound, also the clarity, also the picture quality, and what have you. Then I noticed this video doesn't have sound. So what do? I try and create other smaller videos and see if probably it was that one, that particular video that was not having the sound. My guy, let me tell you, I even tried exporting a small clip to the other phone just to ensure that maybe it's this phone that is messing up, it's not playing, you know. Shock on me, it was not playing. So I said, okay, no problem, let me put the other phone on flight mode, then record. So that's what I used now to record as part 1. Whatever you see on Mbudia Island as part 1, it was supposed to be part 2. Part 3 was supposed to be part 2. You see? So I said, you know what? I'll start over again. So I used the other phone to record part 1, which happened to be, which was supposed to be part 2. I recorded. Then while I was in Mbudia, I think the last video, which is part 4 to this moment, it's actually uploaded on YouTube. You can go check it out. I decided and say, you know what, let me check this phone. What's not happening with the phone? I was actually transferring some content to my friends who we were together on the journey. Big shout out to Ibra from Konde Gang. We were together on that trip. Big shout out to you. Cool, amazing guy, you know, doing well in music and what have you, you know. Yes, and just something that we've noticed is, you see this big trunk here, this big tree. Let me call it a trunk. Let me call it a tree. This one was swept away by the raging waters after the landslide over there. You can imagine. You can imagine. See that? So in as much as I'm telling you the challenges that we are facing as Burudani Extra, or rather the challenges that we have already faced, we're also telling you the challenges that the farmers here have faced. Yes, so you can see all these were swept away by the raging waters after the heavy downpour that created that big landslide area, that big hole that you are seeing over there. So it is what it is. Habari ndo hiyo. So I had to, back to the story, I had to reset the camera settings. I had to reset the camera settings. Now another thing that I'm noticing here, existence of some water source or something, because back here it's very dry. Look at that. But again, look from this point, looks somehow wet. Look. So probably there is some water source around this place. Look at that. Then of course this is where the stream meets. So look at that. 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 So this is where all the streams are meeting. Yep, this is it. Back to the story. So I had to reset the camera settings And after trying to record, now it was recording sound. So again, put the other phone on back online, so that in case of communication and what have you, because I'm in a new country, of course I have to ensure that I'm in constant communication with my people, with my family, my friends and what have you, my colleagues. And the other phone, of course, I had to now continue recording. So when you see that video, you'll find that there is a bonus episode that we did for Mbudia Island. That was supposed to be part 1. So these are some of the challenges that you'll face as a content creator. Actually, if you go to that video right now and play it on YouTube, it's known as Mbudia Island bonus episode, something of the sort. That's the title. You'll find that the sound is not matching. Basically, there's a sound mix-up in terms of probably the picture is whatever is being shown on the screen is probably 2 seconds ahead. Like for instance, I'm saying, look at this trunk. Then by the time I'm saying trunk, the camera is here. I've already flipped because we had to do a voiceover. It was the first voiceover that we've ever done. So as a content creator, sometimes you'll face challenges in terms of probably production. So that is sound, sometimes the picture clarity and what have you. So how to go about it is you have to learn editing. Another example, there is another video that shows Uhuru Park. Actually, the title is Uhuru Park, Nairobi, Kenya, before the anti-finance bill. That video, again, when we were recording, at some point I thought I had paused so that we can, basically by pausing means I have to put it on hold a bit so that I can do few things before we continue. So we've started the video very well, done a good introduction with my brother CK. Big shout out to Mr. CN, actually CN. Big shout out to Mr. CN. So we did the video very well. So we are getting to the gate. And of course, you have to produce your ID before you can be allowed to go in. I thought I had paused the video. Shock on me. It was recording. So by the time I'm thinking that I'm now... click playing is now that I'm stopping. You guy. And I thought everything was moving well. Then we went, you know, recorded a few things here and there. Later on, I'm like, hey, this thing is not moving. It's on 7 minutes. What's not happening? Hey, shock on me. And by then, I was not editing. I didn't know how to edit, what have you, you know. So the only solution is, you know what, I need content to go up on YouTube. I had to upload it the way it was, raw as it is. So if you go back to that video, you should be able to see at some point, it has a shaky video, like, you know, the video was not properly meant to be. But again, it has not been chopped out because I didn't know how to edit the video. So of course, it's important to learn how to edit videos, even if it's the simple editing skills. Things like cutting out a particular clip that's unwanted, or rather adding a caption, or rather adding you know, title or what have you. And actually that has happened not only to one video, but I believe it has happened to several videos that we've uploaded. Then from there, there was on back to one of the Dar es Salaam videos, me with my friend Shoniz. A big shout out to Shoniz, by the big shout out to Shoniz. Shoniz is one amazing nigga, man. Yani big shout out manze. Shoniz, Mwenyezi Mungu akuongezee miaka za kutosha bana. Au sio mzee baba? We did the video for street food, Tanzania street food. There is pweza, that is octopus, as well as nini, some street food, you know. Then Shoniz mentioned something which was very critical. So I had to ensure, how will I do that? Again, I thought I had paused. Again, it was running. It was very, very, very tough and very bad at the same time. But all in all, after coming back from Dar es Salaam, of course, we started uploading one by one. A friend of mine by the name, and this guy is also a YouTuber, but apart from being a YouTuber, the guy is a journalist. He told me, you know what? you are doing amazing content, but you now need to at least be editing the videos and having titles so that somebody else cannot just grab your video and upload as there, because there's nothing that shows it's yours. So the guy is known as so big shout out to Mbuvi. Yes, Mbuvi made me to start having the Burudani extra TV wordings in the middle of the videos, basically for identification, so that you can know. So okay, basically actually it's for okay, number one is for identification, then number two is for protection, so that somebody cannot just pick my video and upload on their channel as theirs, because it's easy. The guy told me, you know what, somebody will pick the video, will download the video from YouTube and do a voiceover, edit the way they want, then have it on their YouTube channel. You can't claim it, you can't do anything, because there's nothing that shows. So he told me, you know what, it's important to have the watermark in the middle of the video. Then apart from watermark, you can also, if you have a logo, you can put it there. So I said, okay, you know what, this is a good thing. Now big shout out to Mbuvi, another guy who actually showed me, or rather informed me about an app that we could use, because initially I tried using another app, then it messed the whole video. So I said, let me wait. I was introduced to CapCut, which up to now, when you watch my videos to the end, you'll see the CapCut logo. There's a guy by the name Madubi, or rather Dubrix. Yes, Madubi TV. Yes, big shout out to you, as well as Milimo Dennis, the famous hub. Thanks to these guys, they introduced me to CapCut, and actually that's what I'm using. It's straightforward, so I could also recommend to new YouTubers. It's easy to use because it's straightforward. If you wanna add some caption, if you wanna add some title, very easy, you know. So it's good to have watermark on your videos and all that. So big shout out to Mbuvi, big shout out to Madubi, big shout out to Milimo Dennis. So right now, when you go to all our recent videos, if there is an unwanted part, chopped off. Chopped off. Like right now, we can't find any unwanted clip on our videos. So it's something that we learned as we go on. So thing is, whatever I'm trying to say is, you start, learn on the job. As long as there's consistency, as long as you know what you want. YouTube or other content creation requires a lot of patience, requires a lot of perseverance, requires a lot of learning, requires a lot of trying things here and there. As long as you're doing this step by step, day in, day out, we're not there, even in terms of editing our videos, we're not there. But again, we're trying to be, to create, you know, real content as much as possible. Basically, we don't want to be editing a lot, you know. That's one thing that we are trying to really avoid. So it is what it is. Up to now, so far so good. Things are moving on well. Another challenge that, of course, you will face is viewership. And when you talk about viewership, we mean the number of views as well as watch time. Of course, Marwa, I learned this from Marwa, that you need to create longer content. But apart from creating longer content, the content should also be not long for the sake of the video, you know. At least it should have a storyline or other amazing views, you know. Basically, it should be long for a reason. Yes, so that that can easily translate to more watch hours. Then, of course, YouTube is changing day in, day out. Let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a story of something that happened. And, okay, thing is, there was a day that I was uploading content. It was actually on a Sunday. So I'm uploading content. Then I was using, okay, I prefer uploading on my phone. But when it comes to now adding tags and what have you, I prefer doing that with my laptop. Because with laptop, or rather on the web version of the YouTube Studio, it's easier to access other additional settings as compared to using the YouTube Studio, the mobile version. So again, there was a survey that popped up on my YouTube Studio on the web version. So I said, me, I'm not good at doing surveys and what have you. By then I was like 600 subscribers. Yes, watch time was about probably 2,500, around there. So I said, you know what? I finished my uploading. Then after finishing the uploading, I had to take on the survey. It was around 10 minutes. Guess what? I finished the survey. They told me thank you and what have you. You've completed the survey. I think same day evening. You see on the YouTube Studio app, on the earn page, it has some level of achievement. So the first one is why am I forgetting this? The first one is getting super thanks. There is super thanks. Then there is one more. I'm forgetting this. I don't know why. Yet I've done these few weeks ago. But it is what it is. So there's super thanks. Then there's one more thing. Imagine, after completing the survey, few hours, I was told I've achieved that, so I can go for it. So I went again to YouTube Studio on my web version. That's on my computer. Finished everything. So it means I could start earning from that point with super thanks, you know. As well as members. Yes. It's super thanks and membership, where somebody can join my channel and become a member and what have you. So it is what it is. It is what happened. So that was the first point. Now I was remaining with getting to 1,000 subscribers and getting 4,000 watch hours. So this is a story that sometimes something of such nature, let's say for instance, taking a survey can be an added advantage to you as a content creator on a particular platform. So for me, by completing that survey, probably I was given a leeway to get to membership, as well as the super thanks, whereby somebody can decide and give you a super thanks, which is in form of some money, you know, or rather some token. Let me call it some token. So it is what it is. I believe there are so many questions that you'll be having about how to go about it and what have you. We are available on all social media platforms at Burudani Extra. Actually, on our YouTube page, you should be able to access our Instagram, our TikTok, our I think X also. So if you have any question, feel free, even on the comment section. And I'm sure other people have already gone through this, so they should be able also to assist in one way or another. So, of course, this is where the rebirth of Burudani Extra TV happened. That's why for today we've come here just to show you how things are right now, whereby right now there is no water flowing from this point as compared to initially where there was lots of water flowing here, but right now it's almost drying up. I don't know why. Probably those people who know geology, you know, rocks, sands and what have you, they can tell us in the comment section. So up to this point, I wanna say a big thank you to each and every person who has subscribed, who has watched, who has liked, who has commented, who has joined, you know. Big shout out. In as much as there are challenges in the content creation journey, of course, find a way of creating, you know, happiness or something that keeps you moving day in, day out. So for today, this will be the third part, which is actually most importantly to give hope, especially to YouTube creators who are almost giving up, those who are beginning, those who want to begin, you know. I think if you follow these steps, if you watch whatever we've done, of course with other people's journey, you should be able to gain a lot when it comes to the content creation journey. So on the next episode, it's gonna be like a bonus episode whereby we've done a quick interview with the two gentlemen who are present when this thing happened, when the church was going down, when the other part was being when this place ruptured. We got two gentlemen who gave us all that information. So for me, on this part, this is part 3. I want to call it a wrap for now. I'll see you on the next one as we get the stories from the gentlemen who were around when this thing was happening, how it happened, and what have you. You see that formation of a new quarry? Okay, you can call it a quarry, though it's not a quarry. After the landslide, as well as the church was here, it went down. So it is what it is. I go by the name Mr. Burudani Extra. This is Burudani Extra TV. A big shout out to each and everyone, and of course it's a yay because we just crossed 1,000 subscribers. Soon we're gonna be monetized. Very, very soon we're gonna be monetized. So as of course, expect more content. Initially we were doing 2 weeks. We were doing 1 video per week. This is very steep, you know. That's why that's why you can hear my breath being very heavy, you know. Yeah, it's very, very, very steep, very steep. See that? Very steep. So we'll be doing at least 2 videos weekly. At least 2 videos weekly. Then from there, we see how it goes. Yes, at least 2 videos weekly. At least. Then we want to introduce something else, which are actually shorter videos. We call them, and we'll have it in a new playlist. Right now we have a playlist known as BX TV Exclusives. So the next one, okay, let me not mention the name before I create it. But anyway, by the time I'm uploading this video, should be able to create that playlist for. We should be able to create that playlist for shorter videos. Yep. So basically, that is Roma School. I don't know if you can be able to read that. This is Nairobi County. This is where the rebirth of Burudani Extra TV happened. And it is what it is. So expect both longer and shorter videos. Shorter videos coming very soon. Yes. For those who are saying, you know, it's important to have shorter videos, so we'll have both. So it is what it is. Now, it is what it is. So I go by the name Mr. Burudani Extra, and this is Burudani Extra TV. I'll see you on the next episode, which actually talks about one-on-one engagement with eyewitness in this situation. For now, it's a bye-bye. Thank you for watching. Bye. Tim.